Opportunity is the word tonight as the Grayson County Cougars enter tonight's game with a chance to take down the number one team in the region, Muhlenberg County. Had a showdown last night with the Owensboro Catholic Aces. They came away winners to cement themselves as the number one team in the region. Tonight, though, it's the Cougs who will try to shock the region. And a good evening and welcome to the Cougar Den. Sam Gormley with you. Welcome into our coverage here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions between the Grayson County Cougars and the Muhlenberg County Mustangs. This should be a great matchup tonight. Muhlenberg County enters as the top team in the region, 11-1. Last night beating Owensboro Catholic while the Cougars are struggling. Losers of their last three since coming back from the snow and ice break. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, and give you tonight's starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Housing Lender.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County taking on Muhlenberg County tonight. Mustangs 11-1. As they finished last season with a loss in the third region semifinals. That's where they've ended their year for 3 straight seasons. When you look at this team, first thing that stands out is that they're the third best defensive team in the entire state. As they trail McLean County, and then they trail Estill County in that category. Mustangs have won 6 in a row in this series against Grayson County and 8-0 overall. In fact, if you just look at regular season win streaks, they are on a 21-game winning streak against teams not named Hopkinsville. Hopkinsville has had 2 losses, has handed Muhlenberg County 2 losses over the past 2 seasons. The leading scorer is Nash Devine. He's averaging 17.8 points a game, 2.7 rebounds. Cole Vincent's the leading rebounder, averaging 12.3 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. Trey Lovell only appeared in 3 games this season, but did dress last night, so not sure whether he will get any playing time tonight. In the 3 games he played, he was averaging 7.3 points per game and 1.3 rebounds per game. Again, the lone loss for Muhlenberg County this year is lost to Hopkinsville. In fact, right now Muhlenberg County is on a road trip that will end their season. They will not play another home game, at least are not scheduled to play another home game this season. Assistant coaches for the Mustangs, Morris Aaron, Kobe Drake, John Lovell, and Steve Sparks, the head coach in his 5th season with a record of 73-56. Is Kyle Leeds. Grayson County loses their last 3. We'll introduce you to them coming up on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Hey, it's Uncle Sam.
K105. The Twin Lakes Fast Mix. K105.
Grayson County lost their last 3 games, including on Thursday evening against Muhlenberg County when they trailed by 24 points in the third quarter, came back, ended up falling late in that one by 2 points. They had a chance to win at the buzzer, but the shot fell short. Cougars are led by Keegan Sharp. He's averaging over 14 points a game, shooting 42% from three-point range. River Blanton also having a couple of big games, as he had against Hancock County. He finished with 12 points, but most of those came in that second half of play. River Blanton, though, he had 21 against McLean County earlier in the week, so Blanton's playing his best basketball of the season, as Grayson County trying to bounce back from 3 straight losses, and this is a big opportunity here against a good Muhlenberg County team. Cougars' assistant coaches are Brian Hill, Brett Johnston, and Daryl Meredith. And head coach in his 4th season with a record of 49-60 is Travis Johnston. We'll get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. And coach, it was pretty much a tale of two halves on Thursday against Hancock County. What went different in that second half that allowed you to almost pull off the second most improbable comeback that I think I've seen since you've been the coach?
Well, the first half was just we didn't make shots and we let our offense dictate what we did on defense, and we couldn't stop them, and we couldn't stop them on any drives, and they shoot the ball so well that we were a little worried about doing our pressure and leaving guys open on the backside. But there in the second half, we kind of got to a point where there was really no choice. You had to go up and pressure, and it ended up working for us. And we had the lead 2 or 3 times in the last 2 minutes, and just weren't able to get a stop on the defensive end when we went man.
Positive news, your 7th grade team won the GRVC. Was it this morning that they won against Ohio County? What's that say about the future?
It's good. The 8th grade had a pretty good season, and of course my dad's coaching down there, him and Coach Lockett, and of course the 7th graders win it all, and then the 8th graders get beat by the champion Butler County in the semifinals and played them pretty well. And they got two pretty good groups down there, and hopefully they understand that and stick together and continue to work on that, because there's some pretty good potential there.
We were talking off air a couple of weeks ago, and you made a comment something along the lines of that you really didn't like that you didn't know who your district opponent in the tournament was, because you want to prepare for that team. You now know that you are, quote-unquote, preparing for Whitesville. How do you do that over these next 2 weeks before that district tournament game?
No matter who we play, obviously we try to win every game, but some of the stuff that we think can be successful against Whitesville, we'll try to add and sprinkle into every game just to make sure we're getting practice on it. And we play an out-of-region team on Monday and then 2 out-of-region teams in the last week of the season. So those are great times to be able to try some new stuff and make sure that we're prepared for them. And you'll just see what we think can be effective against them. We'll try to do some of that when we can.
Muhlenberg ended your season last year. In fact, 2 out of the last 3 years they've ended your season at the Sports Center. Is that something you mentioned at all, or does it even really matter at all?
No, I think this year it's simply they're the number 1 team in the region. They knocked off Catholic last night, so everybody was kind of in debate on who was better, and they beat them. So I guess they took over the number 1 spot, and that's really the only motivation you need, especially when we're coming off 3 road losses in a row, 2 of them when we had the lead late in the 4th quarter and ended up getting beat 1 in overtime, and then obviously we were beat at Hancock, and played LaRue County off 10-day break and only 1 practice. So we just got to make sure that we are getting back to where we were before the snow. And there's not a better time to try to do that than to knock off the number 1 team.
Muhlenberg County Nash Devine stands out, leading the scorer. You've seen him play a lot over these past couple of years. How do you slow him down tonight?
He gotten a lot more aggressive this year. Very good on the pull-up. Of course, I voted him for 3rd Region Player of the Year. I think he's that good, and handles the ball well, doesn't get flustered a whole lot. So he's going to do enough to try to score his average. We just got to make everything hard for him. We got to make him put a hand up. We're going to have 2 or 3 different guys guarding him, try to throw some different looks at him to throw him off. But fact of the matter is, you just try to slow him down. There won't be able to hold him scoreless.
We talked about it after the game on Thursday. Opportunity. You have an opportunity to take down the number 1 team in the region. What needs to happen to make that happen tonight?
We got to guard. Our man-to-man defense has been terrible since we got back over the break, and it's something that we continue to try to work on in practice and make sure we get back, because I thought we were defending pretty well before we did take that long break off. So we got to get back to guarding people. Hopefully there's a good chance we get some more people in the crowd, even though it's the cheerleaders on the side. I mean, there's more people in the gym. There'll be a little bit more energy. It's a night game, not an afternoon game, so it kind of feels like a Friday night game in a way. So we just got to come out with energy and we do play better at home, so hopefully that'll help us.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The Twin Lakes Best Man, K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. We'll give you Muhlenberg's lineup now. Grayson's after the break. As Muhlenberg County's lineup will be Isaac Rose, Nash Devine, Cole Vincent, Asher Carver, and Donovan McCoy. Again, that's McCoy, Carver, Vincent, Devine, and Rose. The play-by-play is coming up next on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
go quickly through Grayson County's starting lineup for tonight. It'll be junior guard Keegan Sharp, sophomore guard number 3 Braden Childress, junior guard number 15 Chandler McCready, and the 2 forwards number 22 Dylan Horn and number 23 River Blanson. The play-by-play coming up next on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
It's time for basketball in Litchfield. Grayson County taking on Muhlenberg County in a big-time third region matchup as Muhlenberg County enters the record of 11-1. Last night they beat what some people said was the number 1 team in the region. Others said Muhlenberg, so they pretty much cemented themselves as the number 1 team in the region last night with a win over Owensboro Catholic. Grayson County losers of their last 3, including a comeback that fell short against Hancock County on Thursday evening. They were down by 24 points in the third quarter, but fell just short. Grayson County going to start with the basketball. Again, their starting lineup is Sharp, Childress, McCready, Horn, and Blanton. Muhlenberg County going with Rose, Devine, Vincent, Carver, and McCoy, and we are underway here from the Cougar Den between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. Cougars in their home whites with blue numerals and a steal on the inbounds. Immediately, Muhlenberg County gets the basketball. As not the start Grayson County wanted as Nash Devine drives down the left side. Flip shot off the left side's no good. Too hard on the layup. Rebounded by Horn for Grayson County. Cougars in their home whites with the navy blue numerals, the orange and blue stripe up each side of the pant leg. While Muhlenberg County is in their road blacks with the baby blue numerals and the baby blue stripe up the side. Cougars working from right to left on your radio dial or on your TV screen. To the right elbow, Horn. It's off of his chest. He gains it back down. Falling out of bounds. Got to find someone. And finds Braden Childress. And the sophomore point guard's going to set up the offense. Travis Johnston looks at him, looking at a little bit of a 5-out look. Childress gets a screen from Blanton, drives down to the right side, jump pass outside to Blanton, 3-pointer left wing. The bank is not open, and rebounded by Nash Devine for the Mustangs. No score 1 minute into tonight's game between the Muhlenberg County Mustangs and the Grayson County Cougars. Right wing Carver with the basketball. He is picked up by Blanton. Again, man-to-man defense for Grayson County to start off with. Left side to Devine. Quickly double teamed over to the far side, looking to get it inside. Driving in is Rose, picks up his dribble, goes up with a shot off the left side, and Isaac Rose opens up our scoring to give the Mustangs a 2-0 lead. Rose averaging 5.6 points and 3.7 rebounds per game. He's a 2-sport athlete, also a baseball player for the Mustangs. Childress gets a screen from Blanton, drives over to the right side, backs it off, thinks about the 3. Thinks about a handoff pass to Sharp. Instead gets it inside to Horn. It's off his foot. He's got to get it to someone. Finds McCready on the left side. Floater with the right hand. Good. Nice job by Horn finding McCready, who is cutting down near baseline. And Chandler McCready ties our game up at 2 here with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Devine's got the basketball into the middle. Getting his hands on it and knocking it out of bounds was Keegan Sharp for Grayson County. And the Cougars were coming out with a little bit of full court press that you saw in the second half of the Hancock County game that worked so well. Nash Devine, the senior point guard, looks back at his head coach Kyle Leeds, and he's going to set up the offense here for the Mustangs. Over to the right wing to Carver. Carver out front to Rose. Rose over into the far corner to Vincent. Vincent guarded by Childress. Outside to Rose. Rose picked up by McCready. Rose drives down, kicks it off into the near corner to McCoy. McCoy picks up his dribble on the right side. In Muhlenberg County, one of the things that they do is that they will run long possessions. They're going to wait for their shot. Backdoor cut is off of the hand of Muhlenberg County and stolen away by McCready. McCready working 1-on-3 and smartly holds up and waits for help. He finds River Blanton, who thought about taking a deep 3 from the left wing. We've seen him make those quite often. He doesn't decide to take it, though. He drives down straight away, gets bumped, drives down the right side, goes up, off the glass, good. Blanton just took his defender right to the hole. Grayson County's got their first lead of this game at 4-2 with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Far side breaking the timeline is Rose. Over to the far corner, Vincent, 3 up, in and out. Rebound on the floor off of McCoy's hands and into the hands of Dylan Horn for Grayson County. Cougars will work here. Again, they lead 4-2 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Childress, 5-out offense. He drives down the left side, spin move, goes up off the right side, can't get it to finish. Rebounded by Nash Devine. That was a nice move by Childress to get a shot off. Devine quickly moving. Coast to coast. Flip shot off the right side is good. Nash Devine averaging just shy of 18 points a game. He is a great scorer. He scored his 1,000th career points against McLean County earlier this season. He's an offer from a Division III school. We'll talk more about that as the night goes on. Sharp drives down the right side, picks up his dribble outside to Horn from 18 feet. Back to Sharp, 3, far side, good! Good sign for Grayson County. When Keegan Sharp makes that first 3, good things happen for Grayson. They lead 7-4 halfway through our opening quarter here from the Cougar Den on a perfect Saturday evening for basketball. Isaac Rose, he's got to find help. Cross court to Devine, who bobbles it as he crosses the timeline. Far side, Vincent, far baseline, drives in, off the glass, kisses it in. Cole Vincent gets that basket, and it's 7-6. Both of these teams moving up and down the court. I think Grayson County might want to move the ball a little bit more, while Muhlenberg County would probably be fine with, taking their 40-second possessions. Down to the right block, McCready goes up with a shot, no good. He's bumped, no whistle. And the shot's no good. Muhlenberg County's going to push now. McCoy gives it to Devine. Devine off the right side, gets around the defender, goes up with a shot, and that one will be a foul. Dylan Horn fouls Nash Devine. And Devine will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. For Horn, that'll be his first and the team's first. For Devine, he's a 76.2% free throw shooter. He says a Division III offer from Sewanee College, which is in Tennessee, just outside of Chattanooga. From what I can understand, it's also known as the University of the South. Devine makes the first one. We're all tied up at 7 here with 3 minutes and 26 seconds to play in the first quarter. Devine's second chance to give the Mustangs the lead back is up and good. 8-7 Muhlenberg. Hunter Toms will check in. Braden Childress will take a seat for Grayson County. Toms on the season, averaging 7 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. He had a big second half against Hancock County on Thursday evening, accounting for 10 points. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first. Cougs on top, 8-7. Sharp gets a screen from Toms. Gets a screen from him again. Almost took him a third time. Now he will take it. Sharp down the right lane. Goes up off the side. Tried to get a pass to Horn, but can't get it, and instead it's taken away by Devine. Devine drives in. Free throw line. Spins. Off to the near side. Vincent, 3 up. No good. Short. Horn gets the rebound for Grayson County. Cole Vincent shoots 39.6% from 3. He leads the team when it comes to that. He's missed both of his chances so far. Again, Toms is standing at the top of the three-point line and pretty much just acting as a screener for Sharp, whichever side he wants to take. Toms has it straight away, gets a screen from Horn. Jump pass outside to Blanton. 3, right wing, in and out. Rebounded by Vincent. Vincent gives it off to Devine. Devine pushing, outlet pass over to the far side, and now back out to Devine, who takes the 3 from the left wing and knocks it in. Nash Devine's got 8 points, he's got 7 points in this game, and it's Muhlenberg County 11, Grayson County 7, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. River Blanton breaks the timeline, drives down the right side over to McCready. Far side 3 is up and good. Grayson County answers. Chandler McCready's got 5, and it's 11-10 with 2:08 to play in the first quarter. So that's one thing that Chandler McCready does. If you give him that 3 from the corner, he's going to make them at a high percentage. Far side 3 to answer. On the far side is no good by Carver. Rebounded by Toms for Grayson County. Toms finds Sharp. Sharp cross court to McCready, who's going to hold the ball on his left hip. He's going to let the Grayson County offense get set up here. 11-10 Muhlenberg, 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. McCready drives down the right side as it's stripped, but he's fouled by Devine. Devine got a little bit too much of McCready's arm, and the junior Chandler McCready is going to go to the free throw line for Devine. That's his first and the team's first. Chandler McCready on the season from the free throw line, 64.6%. He's definitely a streaky shooter, though. If that first one goes in, it's usually a good sign. And that first one does go in. We're all tied up at 11. Nolan Hornbeck will check into the game for the Cougars. In for Horn. Into the game for Muhlenberg County is Braden Lovin and also Davian Summers. Lovin on the season, 5.5 points a game, while Summers is averaging 4 points a game. He's a three-point guy. He's 66% of his shots come from 3. McCready makes the second one. Cougs on top, 12-11. 1 minute and 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Lovin gives it back here to Devine. Devine to the middle to McCoy. McCoy to the near side to Vincent. Vincent, a handoff pass to Devine. Devine 3, right side, no good. Rebound is out of bounds off of McCready. And it's going to go back towards Muhlenberg County basketball passing in from underneath of their own basket. The Cougar fans wanted a foul on Lovin, but the official disagreed. Devine to pass in, gets it down to the right block to Vincent with the right hand, finishes, and Muhlenberg's got the lead back. 13-12, 1:20 to play here in the first quarter between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. An excellent start to this game on both sides. Sharp over to the right wing to Hornbeck. Hornbeck a handoff pass to Blanton. Blanton drives in 18 feet from the free throw line. Off the left side, no good. Rebounded by Devine. Muhlenberg County's going to push. Devine breaks the timeline, angles back towards the middle at the free throw line. Goes up, blocked by Hornbeck, and a foul's whistled on the inside. Hornbeck caught all ball, but I'm not sure they might give the foul to Toms on the inside. No, it's called on Hornbeck. That'll be his first and the team's second. Travis Johnston talking with Darren Peevler, the official, didn't seem to agree with the call. Devine will go back to the free throw line. 2 of 2 tonight. And you can make that 2 of 3 as that goes just off to the right side and falls onto the floor. McCoy will take a seat. Into the game for him will be Alex Johnston. He's averaging 2.1 points, 3.3 rebounds per game. He's a guy that's really going to play on the interior for this Mustang team. Devine misses the second free throw as well. Hornbeck gets the rebound for Grayson County. 13-12, Muhlenberg off to the left side. McCready fades it away on the 3. It's short. Rebounded by Muhlenberg County. An outlet pass over to Vincent. It's out of his reach and out of bounds. Davian Summers tried to get a little bit too confident in his passing and passes long. And with 48.3 seconds to play in the first quarter, Grayson County is going to have a chance to potentially hold for the last shot. Knowing Travis Johnston, he will do that sometimes. Childress checks in for McCready. Grayson County setting up with a basketball here. Childress breaks the timeline, being chased by Devine. Man-to-man defense for Muhlenberg County. It's this 5-out look that you see a lot for Grayson. Right side, Blanton with the basketball. Blanton guarded and throws it away. Stolen away by Vincent. Vincent working 1-on-2. Blanton gets it back and just knocks it out of bounds. And honestly, that's probably the best thing. Blanton just knocking it out, making sure that that didn't turn into anything else. Horn checks in for Grayson. No, Horn checks out for Grayson County. Tom's in. So it's a 28.1. They throw it out front to Johnston. Johnston over the left side. Cutting inside is Vincent. Double teamed. Far side 3 is up and no good by Muhlenberg County. Summers was on the 3 and the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Grayson County basketball. 19.9 on the clock. It is Muhlenberg 13, Grayson 12. Horn will check in. Hornbeck will check out for Grayson. Again, 19.9 on the clock. Travis Johnston directing his team on how they want to draw up what would potentially be the final shot of this first quarter. It's been an exciting game, though, so far. Childress over to the right wing to Toms. Toms gets it back outside now to Childress with 8 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Off to Toms on the right wing with 6 seconds. Outside to Horn with 4 seconds. Horn drives in. They got to get something. Toms, right wing 3 at the buzzer is no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Muhlenberg 13, Grayson 12. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Muhlenberg County 13, Grayson County 12 as we start the second quarter of action. This game's living up to some of the hype early on as you're seeing a lot of back and forth this game, a lot of scoring early on, good defense, and fans are into it here as well at the Cougar Den. It will be Mustang basketball to start the quarter. Chandler McCready finished with 7 points to lead the Cougars in that quarter. 13-12 though, Mustangs still on top by 1. Back and forth the two teams went with the scoring. There's a handoff past 11. He drives down the right side. Shot's no good. Rebound. Finally, it's Childress that comes down with it. Multiple players were fighting for it on the inside, and Childress gives it off to Keegan Sharp. Grayson County's first possession here of this second quarter will begin right now. Right wing, Horn over to the far side to Childress. Childress takes a jab step and now takes it out to deep on the side. In fact, he's going to just set things up here in between the logos. Childress drives down the right side, hands a pass off to Toms on the right block. Toms back towards the middle. He picks up his dribble, finds Horn. Horn bodies up his defender, spins around, trying to find help, and finds Childress at the volleyball line back. Muhlenberg County's not letting Grayson County get anything done on the inside. They're shutting off any potential chance that they get. Childress straight away gives it to Blanton. He takes the left wing three. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound is a foul going to be called on Dylan Horn. That'll be his second and the team's third. Big second foul there on Dylan Horn, and Chandler McCready will have to check in for him. 6 minutes, 57 seconds to play here in the first half. Muhlenberg County 13, Grayson County 12. Devine breaks the timeline across the near side, picks his dribble up, gives it straight ahead to Johnston. Johnston off to Lovin. Lovin off to the right wing to Vincent. Vincent spin move down the right lane, goes up, right side, good, gets the roll. Vincent's got 6 points. Muhlenberg County matches their largest lead at 15-12 with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to play here in the first half. Childress with the basketball, off to Sharp, and it's knocked out of bounds by Lovin. As Lovin was chasing Sharp, Sharp got to his spot in the corner first, but Lovin's momentum ended up helping him steal that pass and knock it out of bounds. McCready to pass in and gives it into Toms. Toms loses it on the floor, gains it back though, and finds Childress, who's got the ball at the logo, going to set up the Grayson County offense. Cougars still looking for their first bucket here of this second quarter. They trail 15-12 with 6:10 to play in the quarter. Right wing, Toms with the basketball. Toms with the right hand, back out to Childress, and again the 5-out look for Grayson. They're going to run Sharp across the baseline. He's going to pop out on the right wing. Lovin is chasing him, not letting him get any space. When he does, Sharp is not afraid to let a three-pointer fly, and he hits him at a high level. Blanton has it stripped away. He throws it off of a Muhlenberg County player, and it's going to end up going out of bounds. As Blanton lost that ball in the backcourt, he went chasing for it and just threw it off of a Muhlenberg player. Substitutions into the game. You've got Asher Carver in for Muhlenberg, along with Isaac Rose. 5:47 to play in the second. It's 15-12. Cougs trail this one. Blanton scans and throws it the length of the floor. Sharp goes up like a wide receiver to grab it. And his exterior pass is stolen away by Muhlenberg. Out of control. Carver down the right side gains his composure. And Asher Carver makes the basket off the right side, and a timeout is going to be taken on the floor by Travis Johnston. It is going to be a full timeout, as we'll take it with him. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Grayson County takes that full timeout after an easy basket on the inside by Asher Carver, and I'm sure Travis Johnston was having a little bit of a coming-to-Jesus moment with his team. They need a basket here in the worst kind of way. They don't want this to turn into what Hancock County turned into at times in the first half. So they give it into Childress. Muhlenberg kicking up the defensive pressure. Again, they ranked third in the state in defense this year. Right side Sharp. Thought about the three, picks his dribble up, gets it inside to Toms. Tom's on the far baseline, backs it out. Outside to Sharp, and it's knocked out of bounds by Muhlenberg County. As that pass to Sharp, Isaac Rose got his hand in it and just got enough of it to knock it out of bounds. So we do have our first sighting of the Grayson County Lady Cougar cheerleaders. They have not been here for a basketball game so far this season. Blanton gets the pass into Childress. Childress gives it back to Blanton. And Blanton will do a handoff pass right back to Childress. Muhlenberg is chasing Grayson back and making them run their offense at the volleyball line. What that usually means, though, is that you might get a chance to run the baseline, and that's exactly what Sharp does and floats one in. Right on cue, Keegan Sharp ran that far baseline and put up the right-handed floater. And it's 17-14, Muhlenberg, 4:55 to play in the second quarter. Cross court with the basketball is Summers. He gives it out front to Rose. Rose drives in as it's stripped, and a foul is going to be called on the drive on Grayson County. It's called on Childress. That'll be his first, team's fourth. The officials for tonight's game, Billy Haynes, Darren Peeveler, and Kenneth Decker. Rose. The free throw coming is up and good. Rose on the free throw line this season, 78.3%. Muhlenberg County is a team pretty good from the free throw line, 71.6%. Free throws win games. Good teams make their free throws. Rose misses the second one off the front of the iron. Blanton's there to get the rebound for Grayson County. It's 18-14 Muhlenberg. McCready down the left side, coast to coast, can't get it to fall. The rebound is knocked out of bounds by Muhlenberg County. So with 4 minutes and 39 seconds, Grayson County is going to get another possession on the inside. Donovan McCoy will check into the game for Muhlenberg County. Taking a seat will be Alex Johnston. Sharp throws it out front to Blanton. Blanton gives it over to Toms on the right side. To the free throw line to McCready. McCready bodies up, fades it away. Good. Chandler McCready, 9 points for Grayson County, and the lead is back to 2 for Muhlenberg County. Off to the right side, Carver. Carver inside to the cutting player. Summers can't get the layup, gets the rebound back. Might have gotten away with a walk, and instead is going to get foul shots after Braden Childress picks up the foul on the inside for Childress. That is his second and the team's fifth. Free throws will come for Donovan McCoy, 59.3% on the season. The free throw is no good for McCoy. Cole Vincent will check back into the game for the Mustangs. Keegan Sharp was talking to either Travis Johnston or the official, or it might have been a three-way conversation during that break between the free throws, as the second free throw is no good as well. Grayson County gets the rebound. Sharp behind the back dribble as he crosses the half-court line. Grayson County's going to try and set up the offense. They trail by 2 with 4:08 to play in the second quarter. Sharp gets a screen from Hornbeck, takes a three off the screen. It's no good off the right side, and rebounded by Muhlenberg County's Vincent. Here come the Mustangs. They're pushing. As lowering his shoulder is Lovin, gets to the hole and gets it to fall. Braden Lovin kicked that one into extra gear and finished off the left side. And speaking of extra gear, McCready does the same thing off the right side. Can't get the basket to fall, but he'll go to the free throw line after being fouled by Cole Vincent. That is Vincent's first and the team's second. So to the free throw line will be Chandler McCready, 2 of 2 from the line tonight. He's already got 9 points. He'll try to move into double figures with this basket. First one's good. Nash Devine will check back into the game for the Mustangs, as he will come in for Davian Summers. 20-17 is the Muhlenberg lead. This would make it a 2-point lead, and McCready does just that. 20-18, 3 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the second quarter between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. The Mustangs rank as the #1 team. McCready gets his hand on the pass and steals it away on the far side of the floor, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Braden Lovin on that far side of the floor. For Lovin, that's his first and the team's third. Muhlenberg County enters as the top team in the region at a record of 11-1. They've won their last 8 games, beaten the Cougars the last 6 times, including in 2 of the last 3 years they've ended Grayson County's season. The inbounds pass from McCready is knocked out of bounds by Devine into the Grayson County cheerleaders. As McCrady's got to get something in and gets it into Blanton, but it's off his hands and stolen away by Vincent. Not a good pass by Grayson County. And Muhlenberg's going to get their chance. Devine gets it outside. Thought about the three, did Vincent. Vincent at the free throw line, handoff pass to Lovin. Lovin thinks about the three, drives in amongst the towers, blocked by McCrady. Hornbeck gets the rebound and gives it back to McCrady. McCrady got the play call from Travis Johnston as he went by. McCrady drives down the left side, goes up with a flip shot off the right side, can't get it to fall, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Muhlenberg County. So that's a dangerous play as McCrady was underneath and you had about 4 or 5 players going for the rebound. McCrady was on the floor and you never want to see him get stepped on or something like that. Blanton to pass in, gives it over to the far side to Sharp. Sharp guarded by Lovin. Into the far corner to Blanton. Blanton far baseline, offensive foul. Good call by the official as Blanton extended that elbow, and that's a textbook offensive foul. Trying to get that extra space, and Muhlenberg County has the 20-18 lead with 3:08 to play here in the first half. Grayson County coming out in the full court press, and Lovin almost lost it, gains it back. Left side, drives down, kicks it over the far side. Vincent, ball fake, backs it off now to the left side, and the Grayson County defense coming out in that now, I guess it is a zone defense of sorts. Looks like a little bit of a 2-2-1, 2-3, something along the lines of that. Lovin swings a pass over to the far side to Rose. Rose, left elbow shot is up and no good. Rebounded by McCrady for Grayson County. That one was a rainbow shot. It almost touched the ceiling on that by Isaac Rose. With 2 minutes and 27 seconds to play in the first half, Grayson County has a chance again to try and tie this one up. Sharp drives in, floater with the right hand is no good. Rebounded by Toms on the inside. Toms outside to Hornbeck. Hornbeck drives down far baseline, kicks it off to Sharp. Sharp drives in, 18 feet, far side, shot's no good. But he's fouled on the arm by Muhlenberg County. As that foul's called on Braden Lovin, his second, team's fourth. Keegan Sharp will go to the free throw line where he is shooting 85% on the season. Shot by Sharp is good. Subs into the game for Muhlenberg County. Davian Summers in, along with, I think that's Jake Strader into the game, I believe. Second free throw is no good by Sharp. And no, it's number 24, it's Caden Ray, not 14, Caden Ray, the sophomore guard. He's appeared 9 games this year, checks in. Far side, Ray has the basketball, gives it off to the left wing to Vincent, Vincent to Rose, Rose to Devine. Muhlenberg County dribbling it around the outside as it's over to that far side. 3 up and no good, in and out, rebounded by Summers. His putback off the right side is no good, and the rebound is spiked out of bounds by Toms. Hornbeck tried to save it in, but his foot was on the baseline, and if you're Travis Johnston, you'll love to see that hustle. Hornbeck trying to make something out of nothing. 1 minute and 46 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's Muhlenberg 20, Grayson 19. Devine passes to the right wing to Summers. Summers gives it out front to Rose. Rose off to Devine. Right wing 3 is no good off the back of the iron. The follow and the rebound is blocked by McCrady, and a foul is going to be called on McCrady. So that rebound was by Vincent. And Travis Johnston is not happy as that was an easy rebound for Muhlenberg County. And it will be Cole Vincent who will go to the free throw line. 57.1% on the season. He's got 6 points in tonight's game, and he misses that one off the front of the iron. Second free throw is no good, misses them both. Long rebound knocked into the hands of Keegan Sharp. Muhlenberg struggling from their free throws. They've missed their last 5. McCrady off the right side, absorbs contact, shot's no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Muhlenberg County. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball. Athletic Director Jason Kincaid was trying to get that basketball, and the door divider acted as a defender, and he kind of ran into that and didn't necessarily realize it. Blanton into the corner to Sharp, and a reach-in foul's called on Rose. For Rose, that's his first, the team's 5th. Sharp will pass this in this time with 1:27 to play in the second quarter. It's 20-19. Out front to Hornbeck, who runs it down. Hornbeck, a handoff pass to Sharp. Sharp using Hornbeck as a screener. And Keegan Sharp, the junior guard, is going to set things up, guarded by Isaac Rose. Man-to-man defense. Screen from Toms, back outside to Blanton. Blanton been held quiet after an easy early bucket early on in this game. Left side driving in as Blanton gets to the hole and out of bounds off of Blanton. So he just kind of kept running out of bounds, and I wasn't sure if they were going to whistle a foul, as the official was a little late to blow his whistle on what exactly the call was. But what the call was is out of bounds off of River Blanton. 1:06 to play here in the second quarter. It's Grayson County trailing this one 20-19 against Muhlenberg County. Left side, now off to the near side to Devine. Devine picks up his dribble. Over to the far side, breaking the timeline is McCoy. McCoy throws it away. Or sorry, that was Summers who throws it away. And it's going to go back towards Grayson County basketball. This is the thing. The Cougars have gone cold on offense. Muhlenberg County has gone cold as well, as the ball looks like it rolled under the bleachers down here to the right side. River Blanton had to crawl under there and get it, as Darren Peebler, the official, was bending over watching it. I mean, Peebler he's probably 6'5", every bit of it. He's the tallest official that we got, and he was looking, he says, I'm not getting under there. Left side, Sharp with the basketball towards the middle, gets a screen from Toms, doesn't take it, off into the near side, Hornbeck. Near baseline, 10 feet, floater, short. Rebound is by Rose, and a foul's called on Hornbeck on the rebound. Hornbeck, that's his second. Team's 8, foul trouble for Grayson County, 2 on Childress, 2 on Hornbeck, and 2 on Horn. And that is going to turn into free throws for Isaac Rose. 78.3% coming into tonight's game. He's 1 of 2 tonight. Chase Johnson going to check in for Nolan Hornbeck. Johnson, good defender, good rebounder, and you leave him open from 3, he'll knock it down. Free throw by Rose is good, he'll get the second. Stops a string of 5 straight missed free throws from Muhlenberg County. Second free throw by Rose is up, and he gets the roll. That one bounced on the rim for what felt like an eternity. And the Muhlenberg lead is 3 with 30 seconds to play in the first half, and Grayson County's got to make a decision on what exactly they want to do here. Do they want to hold for the final shot, or do they just want to take the shot if Muhlenberg gives it to them? 18 seconds and counting to play in the first. 5-out offense for Grayson, moving it and knocking it out of bounds is Nash Devine. They tried to find Sharp on the far side with 13.5 seconds to play, but Devine got his hand on it. Blanton to pass in from in front of the Grayson County cheerleaders on the far side of the floor. Throws it into the backcourt to Sharp. Sharp has it deep with 10 seconds to play. He will pull up from anywhere. We've seen that multiple times in his career. 5 seconds. Sharp over to the right side. 3 straight away. Good! Sharp hits a 3, and that's the end of the first half of play. Grayson County and Muhlenberg County all tied up at 22. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County and Muhlenberg County are all tied up at 22 at the half. This was a great first half of play as Keegan Sharp knocked down that 3. As time was expiring, I think technically it was probably in with 0.8 seconds on the clock, and I think it was Nash Devine. After the clock was over, it wouldn't have counted no matter what. He took and he threw one from beyond three-quarters court, and it almost went in. It banked in, and it'd kind of be one of those things that it wouldn't have counted, but at the same time, you'd have tipped your cap because it was almost a full-court shot. that just missed as he threw it like a baseball player. But it doesn't count, and our score is 22-all at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down some scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, let to know what to look for in the second half, as this is Grayson County Cougar basketball right here on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County and Muhlenberg County are all tied up at 22 at the half, as we'll try to run down some scores from around the region. Big one going on in the Owensboro area. Owensboro on top of Davis County, 32-24. That score is at the half. Two of the top girls teams in the region are going at it as well, or in the state rather. Anderson County leading Boyd County 26-22. That score is at the half. In boys basketball, it's North Hardin who leads Central Hardin 42-39. That score is in the fourth quarter. Final score in the All-A Classic, Clinton County defeating Murray 70-56. The Bulldogs are headed to the semifinals of the All-A Classic. And a final score in girls basketball, Graves County defeating Ohio County 72-52. Earlier today, it was the Lady Cougars who fell to Webster County by a final score of 54-23. Take a break, come back, run down the scoring from this game after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
feeding the world.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County and Muhlenberg County are all tied up at 22 at the half. Great first half of action. We can run down the scoring from that half right now as Dash Devine from Muhlenberg County, he's got 7 points. Cole Vincent adds 6. For Muhlenberg County, you've got 5 for Isaac Rose, 2 for Asher Carver, and 2 for Braden Lovin. For Grayson County, Keegan Sharp, he has 9 points for the Cougars. Chandler McCready adds, let's see if I can do math here this late at night, adds 11 points. And River Blanton has 2 for Grayson County. 22 all is the score here as Grayson County trying to shut down the number 1 team in the region right now. And there's some things to like in the first half of your Grayson County. There's some things not to like, and it's the same thing for Muhlenberg County. Defensively, they had some really good moments, and then they had some defensive laps. And I think really in a lot of ways, you can say the same thing for both teams when you went into the half. And now the key to this is, as we talked on Thursday against Hancock County, how you start this half is going to be incredibly important to see how you can finish this game. The first 2 or 3 minutes are going to be huge for Grayson County if they want to shock the number 1 team in the region tonight. Grayson County and Muhlenberg County all tied up at 22. The second half is next on K105.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, where it is about to start the second half of action, and this should be a great second half between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. Both teams tied up at 22. Chandler McCready led all scorers in the first half with 11 points. Keegan Sharp added 9. For Muhlenberg County, it was Nash Devine who led the way with 7 points. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on K105 and also on K105 Digital Productions. You can watch via K105's YouTube or via the K105 Facebook page. It will be Grayson County basketball to start the second half. A lot of energy coming from the Cougar faithful down to behind us right here from our vantage point at the second level of the Cougar Den. And we are underway here in the second half of action, all tied up at 22 between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. Braden Childress with the basketball over to the far side. Sharp. Starters into the game for Grayson. That's Sharp, Childress, McCready, Horn, and Blanton. So it'll be Toms coming off the bench, the first man off. McCready, far side 3 is no good, way short, and rebounded on the floor by Isaac Rose for the Mustangs. Rose angles back towards the far side and gets it back to Devine. Devine had 7 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second. Outside McCoy. Horn was letting him have it if he wanted to drive in. Right side, Vincent gives it back to McCoy. McCoy, a handoff pass to Rose. Rose spins at the free throw line, picks up his dribble to 3 for McCoy. Near side, it's no good. Rebounded by Blanton. McCoy He's only taken 7 threes on the season. That was his 8th. He shoots at a high percentage. He made 3 of his 7 threes prior to that point. Doesn't shoot them a lot in Grayson County. He's probably going to let him take them if he wants them. To the right elbow to Horn. Horn has it ripped away by Nash Devine. Devine just drove down that lane defending and realized that Horn was holding the ball right there and just said, well, okay, I'll take the easy jump ball. 6 minutes and 55 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 22 all still between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. It's right side, Rose with the basketball into the middle to Devine. Devine gives it back to Rose. Again, the full court press coming out here for Grayson County that you saw against Hancock County. Devine drives in, free throw line, backdoor cut. The shot is good off the left side. Asher Carver, I'm not sure was even ready for that pass. It was a beauty from Nash Devine, and Muhlenberg has retaken the lead here at 24-22. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Childress at the left elbow, drives down off to the near side. 3 by Blanton is no good, short. Rebound is pulled down long by Muhlenberg County. They have numbers. Devine off the right side, met at the rim by McCready, but Devine still finishes off that right side. I think this is where Grayson County probably just wants to hold up the stop sign and take a break and let's see what you can't do. Slow the game down a little bit. Get your shot. Play your game. Don't play Muhlenberg's game. Sharp's got the basketball at the logo. He's calling out the play. To the right side here to Horn. Horn spins around. Inside to Blanton on the right side. Blanton's double team. Goes up with a shot. It's good. Blanton's up to 4 points in this game. Grayson County answers on the offensive end, and it's 26-24. Muhlenberg County with a lead. McCready tried for the steal on Vincent. Doesn't get it. And Vincent's layup off the left side's no good. Rebound on the floor is Muhlenberg County's Carver. And Carver is fouled. And Dylan Horn takes a hard fall. Almost knocked over Darren Peebler. And Peebler helps him up, and Peebler's talking to him, and not sure what the talk is about. Horn picks up the foul there. At first I thought Peebler was having a positive conversation with Horn, and as the conversation went along, I don't think it was positive at all. Carver to the line. He's 6 of 8 from the free throw line this season. You make that 7 of 9 as he makes that first free throw. Horn's going to check out of the game. Toms will check in for him. So you've got Toms, Blanton, McCready, Childress, and Sharp on the floor for Grayson County. This would be to make it again a 4-point game. Dribbles twice, lets it fly, and it is good. Getting the roll is Asher Carver, and again, Muhlenberg County retakes the lead at 28-24. 5 minutes, 26 seconds to play in the third quarter. Childress with the basketball straight away, gets a screen from Toms, off to the right wing. Childress drives in, spin move down the right lane, picks it up, fades it away off the right side, in and out. Rebound knocked out by Toms into the hands of Devine, into the hands of Vincent. And Vincent is fouled as he crosses half court by Braden Childress, I believe. It is on Childress. That is his third, team's second here of this second half of play. Sub into the game, Hornbeck will check in, Childress will check out for Grayson. So you've got Horn and Childress, both have 3 fouls in this second half of play. Muhlenberg County really not in foul trouble at all. Braden Lovin has 2. They only had 5 fouls called against them in the first half. Straight away, McCoy with the basketball. Inside to Vincent, outside to Devine. Devine on the right side, angles back towards the middle. Bobbles out to the far side to Carver. Carver inside to McCoy. McCoy bobbles on the right block. Scans, now he's going to body up Toms, kicks it to the near side. Vincent, 3 is up and no good. Long rebound is taken by Blanton. Blanton, an outlet pass to Hornbeck. Hornbeck off the left side. He's blocked from behind by Devine. And a rebound on the floor. McCoy comes down with it, gets away with a walk. Off to the left side, Vincent goes up the left side in transition. Shot's no good. Rebound on the floor is going to be called a foul on Hunter Toms, I believe, on Grayson County. Travis Johnston not happy at all with that call. It is on Toms. That is his first and the team's third. The Cougar faithful coming to life right now, trying to lead them to a potential victory tonight. Devine passes into the cut to Rose. Rose into the corner. 3 by Carver is no good. Rebounded by McCoy underneath. McCoy on the right side goes up with a shot. It's good, and he's fouled. for Toms. That is his second. And the team's fourth here of this second half of play. And Donovan McCoy will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one. Muhlenberg has their largest lead of this game. McCoy's free throw is up, and it is no good off the back of the iron. Toms with the rebound. 30-24, Muhlenberg County leads this one. 4:20 to play in the third quarter, and this is a big moment for Grayson. You can't let Muhlenberg's run go anymore. Blanton's got it on the left elbow, and a foul's called on Muhlenberg County, and that might have been a little bit of a makeup call. It's called on Asher Carver. That's his first and the team's first. And I think we're going to have a timeout taken by Muhlenberg County here. It's 30-24. Mustangs on top. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Thirty to 24, Muhlenberg County leading this one over Grayson County. The Mustangs took a quick timeout there. And there's definitely some fireworks going on here in this game as both fan bases are into it. Obviously, it's a small crowd, and this is one of these games that Grayson probably hates that you have the attendance cap and everything, because this would probably be a packed house tonight for two good teams. Toms with the basketball, bodied up by McCoy, throwing it away, and it's Hornbeck that runs it down to the backcourt, and they're going to say it was tipped. McCready on the left side. McCready drives in, and he's fouled on the drive by Muhlenberg County. I think it's going to be called on Isaac Rose on the drive. It is on Rose. That is his second, team's second. And it'll be Chandler McCready to the free throw line. He will shoot two. McCready 4 of 4 tonight, looking for his 12th point, and he won't find it there as he misses the first free throw. He's still got one more. This will be to make it a 5-point game if the junior can knock it in, and it is in and out, rebounded by Vincent. Got to make your free throws if you're Grayson when you're going up against a really good team in Muhlenberg County. Right side, Rose, guarded by McCready, outside to Carver. Carver, a handoff pass to Devine. Devine gets a screen from McCoy. Devine off the screen. The three is no good, and the rebound is pulled down long by Blanton in the far corner. Blanton to Sharp. Sharp, an outlet pass to McCready. McCready splits defenders off the right side, absorbs the contact, and loses the ball out of bounds off of Muhlenberg. So it's going to stay Grayson County basketball inside. As the Muhlenberg County player didn't seem to agree that it was off of him. Sharp to pass in, throws it out front to Blanton, who runs it down on the left wing. 30-24, Muhlenberg County leads this one. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Blanton with the basketball, drives down the left side, gets around, fades it away, can't get it to fall. Rebound on the floor is taken by Asher Carver. Carver gives it to Devine. Devine gets around Blanton. Devine gets around the other defender and runs right over, and they're going to count the basket and call a block. Foul called on Chandler McCready. That is his second and the team's fifth. Devine count the basket. He'll go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one. This would be to make it a 9-point game. And he does just that. 33-24, danger zone for Grayson County. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Cougars need a bucket in the worst kind of way. Sharp to the right side to Toms. Toms is fouled by Muhlenberg County's Nash Devine. Devine, that is his second and the team's third. Darren Peebler was telling Devine what he did on that as Devine asked him. Sharp to pass in for Grayson. Throws it out front, and Toms goes high up to grab it. Toms to Blanton. Cougars need a basket in the worst way here. Blanton down the right lane. picks up his dribble at the free throw line, spins it around, turns it around, jump shot good. Big basket there. Timeout on the floor taken by Travis Johnston. It is going to be I think he said a full timeout. It will be a full timeout, 33-26. Grayson County leading this one, or trailing this one against Muhlenberg County. It's been a good game here tonight, as we'll try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region. In boys basketball, it is Owensboro on top of Davis County, 38-27, 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter. In girls basketball, Wayne County leading Bowling Green, 39-28. That score is at the half. Score in boys basketball, North Hardin leading Central Hardin, 57-56, 1:13 to play in that game. And Owensboro in girls basketball defeats Greenwood, 44-41. Big win for the Lady Devils tonight. I know Madisonville defeated Edmondson County in boys basketball earlier today. Greenwood boys defeated Butler County earlier today. And the Lady Cougars, they lost to Webster County 54-23. Tough night for Grayson County. In fact, some of the Lady Cougars are stationed down to the right. So they're kind of about a six-woman student section down there, along with Cougar head coach Ted Hill and his wife Amber. 33-26. Muhlenberg County leads this one out of the timeout. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to play in this game. As it's Vincent who passes back here to Rose. Rose breaks it off to Vincent. Vincent's got to get across the timeline and does with a pass to McCoy. McCoy into Devine. Devine spin move off the right side. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Chandler McCready. McCready will push for Grayson. 1-on-3. Splits defenders. Flip shot no good. Rebound on the floor as they fight for the ball. And Muhlenberg County comes down with it. And they're caught away with a walk. An outlet pass to Vincent. And Vincent is fouled by River Blanton. And for Blanton, that will be his second and the team's sixth. Cole Vincent will go to the free throw line. He missed his 2 free throws he attempted. 57.1%, and he misses that one as well. Travis Johnston wanted to walk underneath of the basket down to our right after the Muhlenberg County player on the rebound fell down with the basketball. The official said he was bobbling it on the way down, which in turn would nullify the walk. Travis Johnston said that he did not bobble it. So officials were having that conversation. Doesn't matter. That's what the call was. 34-26. Muhlenberg on top. 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Grayson County's only got 4 points in this quarter. Right side Toms. Out front to Blanton. Blanton inside to McCready. McCready off the right side. His flip shot is no good. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Devine. Devine weaving through right up the middle. No look pass to Vincent. 3 near side is no good. Rebounded by McCoy. He loses it on the floor. A fight for the ball. And woo, we got a little extracurriculars on the inside as McCoy and Toms were both going for it. And a Muhlenberg County player was underneath both of them. It was Isaac Rose. And a foul is called on Muhlenberg County's Isaac Rose. That is his third and the team's fourth. And I think that should have probably been a jump ball, if you ask me. But as you can see, the Cougar faithful, if you can hear them, they agree with the call. So Isaac Rose walks to the sideline holding out both hands, probably asking his assistant coaches, what did I do there? 1 minute, 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's Muhlenberg County 34, Grayson County 26. And a whistle blown here, and I'm not sure why they're stopping play. I'm not sure, and the official right now is talking to Kyle Lees. I think Muhlenberg County might have had 4 players on the floor, and then they tried to do a hockey substitution and adding their 5th. And Travis Johnston wanted a technical foul, and Kyle Leeds is not happy with the official on the far side, and Grayson County throws it away. This is not good for Grayson. Muhlenberg's making enough mistakes to keep the Cougars in this game, but this is a big moment. You need to stop in a basket as you get closer here in this game. Vincent has it stripped by Blanton. Cougar basketball. Nice job by River Blanton to reach around and knock the ball off of Vincent's foot. And it's going to be Grayson County basketball. 34-26, 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Childress breaks the timeline, setting up the offense for Grayson County. Childress off to the right wing. This would be the perfect time for a Keegan Sharp three. Blanton has it stripped away, and it's run down and stolen away by Carver. Fast break off the left side. The layup's good. Blanton got his pocket picked, and now it's a 10-point game with 1:05 to play in the third quarter, and you're in absolute danger zone, and Nash Devine spikes that pass into the Grayson County cheerleaders. I think it actually might have hit one of the cheerleaders in the head. McCrady's got to get it into someone. Scans once, scans twice, and gets it into Childress right before the 5-second clock. Under a minute to play. Childress drives in, loses it, and a foul's called, I believe, on Nash Devine on the drive. And it is on Devine. That is his third, team's fifth. Sub into the game. Isaac Rose will check in for Nash Devine. That's probably a good sub by Kyle Eads. Devine's got 3 fouls. The last thing you need is him to pick up a fourth late in this third quarter. Inside to Blanton on the left block. Blanton's shot is good. Blanton's got 6 points in the quarter, 8 for the game. 36-28. You need to stop if you're Grayson and try to get another bucket and bring this to within a 2-possession game before the end of the third quarter. Lovin breaks the timeline off to the left wing to McCoy. McCoy cross court to Summers. Summers out front to Rose. 3 straight away is short. Long rebound is Childress for Grayson County. 32 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Off to the left wing. 3 by Sharp is in and out. Rebounded by Rose. That would have been a huge 3 for Grayson. But instead, Muhlenberg is going to get another chance at the basket here. 36-28. Mustangs leads 15 seconds and counting to play in the third quarter. They are going to hold for the final shot. It's Lovin guarded by Sharp. Lovin drives down the right side, goes up at the rim. Good. Braden Lovin gets the basket, 2 seconds. Blanton from half court at the buzzer is no good long. 38-28 through the end of 3. 8 minutes away in this one. It's this Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call. That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The biggest 8 minutes of the season for Grayson County begins right now as they trail 38-28, trying to avoid their 4th straight loss, especially going into next week where you got a couple good teams. You got a road game at Bullitt Central, a road game against Breckenridge County before closing the regular season with 2 out-of-region home games against Barron County and Thomas Nelson. Cougars are 8-0 at home this season. They've won 10 straight regular season home games, while Muhlenberg County has won 21 straight regular season games against teams not named Hopkinsville. Out of the timeout, Grayson County trails by 10 in this game. 7:50 on the clock. Horn drives down the left side. Shot is up, no good. Rebound on the floor. Horn gets it, puts it in off the right side. Big basket. Horn found that one in his hands and immediately put the shot up off the right side. Quickly moving is Lovin in the corner. Outside to Rose. Rose swings it over to Summers. Summers gives it back to Rose. Grayson County trails this one 38-30, 7 minutes and 24 seconds to play in tonight's game. Outside Summers with the basketball, a handoff pass to Lovin. Lovin over to Rose. Rose steps into it and gives it to Devine on the far side. Outside, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Dylan Horn, and that'll be his 4th. Horn's 4th, team 7th. And that's going to be 1-1 coming from Muhlenberg County in this game. For Horn, that is his fourth. McCready will check back into the game. Travis Johnston is talking, and Darren Peebler and Dylan Horn are having the conversation as to what this should be. This should be 1-1. This should be 1-1 coming from Muhlenberg. One in the bonus will come for, it'll be Braden Lovin. He's the best free throw shooter on the team at 83%. He's not been to the line tonight. The break is over there as the talk about it. Lovin thought about the free throw for a long time. Again, it's one in the bonus. The free throw is up and good. You can just tell by the way Lovin shoots. He's got the confidence that it's going to go in. Dribbles it twice, spins it in his left hand, dribbles it two more times, and lets it fly. And perfect free throws for Braden Lovin. And the Muhlenberg lead is back to 10 at 40-30 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to play in tonight's game. Grayson County trying to fight back in this one. Right side Childress and throws it away, and that's going to go right back towards Muhlenberg County basketball, and that is not what you wanted if you're Grayson County. You can't have bad turnovers when you're trying to come back from 10 points against the best team in the region. There's just no other way to put it than that. Rose with the basketball. Gives it over to the far side to Summers. Summers back to Rose. Rose has to reach out with his left hand to grab it before it went out of bounds. Rose, jump pass inside to to Carver. Carver with the right hand, can't finish. Rebounded by Toms. Toms to Blanton. Blanton up the near side, breaks the timeline. No look pass to McCready in the corner. McCready near baseline, goes up right side, shot good. Chandler McCready's got 13 points, leading Grayson County, and immediately the Mustangs are running as Lovin will back it off into the middle and gives it to Summers on the far side. It's an 8-point Muhlenberg lead. Cross-court pass to Carver. He reaches up high to grab it in the corner to Rose. Rose over to Lovin. Grayson County coming out in a zone defense now. As it's Lovin left all alone from three. Ball fake, drives in with the right hand, passes out to Rose. Rose over to Summers. Summers inside to Carver. Carver bodies up, runs over his defender, and an offensive foul is going to be called. River Blanton took the charge from Asher Carver on the inside. No, sorry, it's on Alex Johnston on the inside. That is his first, team 6. Both teams will shoot free throws for the remainder of this game. In Grayson County trails 40-32. Muhlenberg County's got the possession in this one. Looks like we've got some sweat on the floor. They got to clean something up, and Jason Kincaid's got a towel right now to clean it up underneath, and they got to clean something up on the underneath. Again, 40-32, 6:11 to play in the game as Keegan's taking his time to clean this up, as there must be quite a bit of sweat on the inside there of the paint. Seems like we're good to go, though. And out of this break, it'll be Grayson County basketball. Big moment here for Grayson. This could be to make it within a 2-possession game. You got to make sure that you bottle down on defense as well. Sharp drives down the left side, dumps a pass off to Blanton on the left side. Basket good. 6-point game. River Blanton, he's got 8 points in the quarter, up to 10 for the game. It's 40-34, 5:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Rose trapped in the backcourt. Cross court's hit to Summers, and 10 seconds is the call. Summers can't break the timeline in time. Darren Peebler, the official, right there on top of it to hold up the 10-second clock. And it's 40-34. Grayson County now will have a chance to make this even a 1-possession game with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Sharp over to the right side. Loses his dribble, keeps it going, turns around with a three, and it's way off to the left. Chandler McCready saves the rebound in, and he's shoved out of bounds, says Darren Peebler, the official, and that's going to be free throws for Chandler McCready. That foul's called on Davian Summers, his first, team's 7th, and 1-1 will come, and immediately Kyle Leeds is going to check in Nash Devine and Cole Vincent, as Johnston and Summers will check out. Chandler McCready to the line. He will shoot 1 and the bonus. He made his first 4, missed his last 2. Free throw is up and good. McCready now up to 14 points and counting in this game. The second free throw for the junior is in, out, and in. Grayson County has brought this now to within 4, 40-36. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Into the backcourt to Lovin. Lovin loses the ball, stolen away by Blanton. Blanton gives it to Toms. Toms to Sharp. Right wing 3 in transition. Count it! Keegan Sharp hits the 3. It's a 1-point game. 40-39, 5:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Off to the near side, Rose breaks the timeline, gets around Blanton into the near corner. Out front, Devine. Devine had a chance to answer. He will take it. 18 feet right side, no good. Rebounded by Grayson County. Hunter Toms takes it, and Grayson County will have a chance to take the lead in this one. Braden Childress breaks the timeline. He's going to set things up with a handoff pass to Keegan Sharp. Sharp has Lovin right on top of him. Sharp drives in, loses it into the hands of Blanton. Blanton off the right side for the lead. It's no good. Rebounded on the floor, taken by Muhlenberg County. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the game. It's 40-39. Devine, spin move inside the lane, goes up off the right side. Basket good, and he's fouled by Grayson County. That's a tough break for Grayson. Sharp is the one that picks up the foul. That's his first, team 8th. Devine to the line. Timeout taken here by Muhlenberg County with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to play. We'll take it with him. This is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
34 seconds to play in tonight's game. Grayson County has made this a basketball game. Muhlenberg County, though, still leads 42-39. Nash Devine will have one free throw when we come back here, as Muhlenberg County just took that full timeout. Devine, though, he does that all the time, where he drives, he has a beautiful spin move on the inside and made a nice move and got fouled by Sharp on the inside. And this is still a big moment here for Grayson County. 4 minutes and 34 seconds to play. There is still a ton of time to play in this game. You're only down by 3 if you're Grayson. Devine, a very good free throw shooter. He's 3 of 5 tonight. On the season, Devine, 76%, so he more than likely will make this free throw, and that would make it a 2-possession game, but there's still a ton of time to play. Play your basketball game, and the old announcer's jinx goes in Grayson County's favor as Nash Devine makes that free throw, and it's 42-39, 4:25 to play in tonight's game. Grayson County with a 5-out offense. Childress drives down, kicks it over to the far side to Blanton. Blanton guarded by Vincent. Mustangs in there man-to-man. To the right side to Toms. Toms gives it back to McCready. McCready will drive if he wants to. Thought about it, now backs it up, and he's going to set up the offense for Grayson. McCready down the left side, now picks it out and gives it to Childress. 4 minutes to play in tonight's game. It's a 3-point Muhlenberg lead. Toms drives down right side, flip shot, good! Toms gets his first basket of the game. It's a 1-point game, 42-41. Grayson setting up the full court press. It's Devine in the backcourt, being chased by Sharp. Fires a pass down to the left side to Vincent. Vincent gives it back to Rose, stolen by Childress. Childress, fast break for the lead. He's fouled. No whistle. Yes, there's a late whistle. The lead official didn't call it. The back official did. As that foul's called on Braden Lovin, his third. Team's 8th. Braden Childress will go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 1 in the bonus with a chance to tie or take the lead. The first free throw is good. Childress on the season, 61% from the free throw line, but has not taken many at all. There was a sub in for Muhlenberg County. I believe it was McCoy. Second free throw, Childress makes them both. Cougars lead. 43-42, 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Devine Back here to the near side to Rose. Rose crosses it to Devine, who will break the timeline across the far side of the court, being chased by Sharp. Devine drives in, jump pass to the near side. Vincent, three to answer is in and out. Rebounded by Toms for Grayson County. Toms loses it. He's shoved out of bounds by Muhlenberg County on the far side, and Hunter Toms is going to go to the free throw line, as that foul is going to be called on Cole Vincent, I believe. It is on Vincent. It's only his second, team's 9th. Hunter Toms to the line to shoot one and the bonus. Looks like we might have some more sweat on the floor as Keegan Sharp is, I guess, showing Jason Kincaid, the athletic director, what to clean up. Toms on the season from the free throw line, making 2/3 of them, 66.7%, but he has improved in his free throw shooting drastically from last season. Again, he will shoot one and the bonus, and he misses that. Rebound by McCready. His putback's no good. Gets the rebound back. That putback's up. Good. Toms misses the free throw, but McCready bails him out. Grayson County 45, Muhlenberg County 42. The Cougars' largest lead of this game, 3:08 to play. Devine splits defenders, quickly moving, loses the ball, bats it back. Childress has it underneath for Grayson County. Cougars have numbers if they want it. Off to Sharp. Far side three is up, and Sharp is fouled on the far side by Muhlenberg County. Keegan Sharp will go to the free throw line to shoot three, and a little slow to get up is Keegan. I hope he's okay. He's got both hands on his knees, and Lubin picks up the foul there. That is his 4th, team's 10th. Sharp is down to his knees right now, and he was grabbing his hip, so I hope Keegan is okay right now. So it'll be Keegan Sharp. The official was talking to him the entire time, gives him a fist bump. Keegan Sharp will go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 3 free throws. Again, Sharp, 2nd in the region in free throw percentage, trailing only Breckenridge County's Kaysen Morris. He will shoot 3 here. First one, good. Cougars up 46-42 now. They're on a 7-0 run. So Grayson County would have a chance to make this a 9-0 run. Second one for Keegan is good. He gets the roll. Lovin checks out. Carver checks back in. Sharp makes all 3 free throws. He makes them pay. We have a timeout on the floor, a full timeout. Cougars lead 48-42, 2:57 to play. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County has their largest lead of this game, 48-42. They're on an 18-2 run. They lead 48-42, 2 minutes, 57 seconds to play in this game, as Muhlenberg's trying to find an answer for the Cougars' press defense that was giving Hancock fits, and it's giving them fits as well. Devine breaks it and gets to the near side. Keegan Sharp just hit 3 free throws, and here comes a 3 from the near side by Vincent. It's an air ball there to follow. Shot's no good. Rebound by Rose underneath. Rose is double teamed on the inside, and a late foul is called, and it's going to be called on the floor. Called on Chandler McCready. That is his 3rd, team's 9th. So 1 in the bonus will come for Isaac Rose. Rose is 3 of 4 tonight, 78.3% for the season. Free throw coming for Isaac Rose. is good, so he will get the second. Second free throw. This will be to make it a 4-point game for Rose. Is up, and it is good. He gets the roll. 48-44. Grayson County leads this one. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play in tonight's game. McCready weaves through the defense. Flip shot, right side, no good. Rebounded by Toms. Toms on the inside as it's stripped away, and a jump ball is going to be called. Travis Johnston wanted a foul, and instead it's going to be a jump ball, and possession goes towards Muhlenberg County. Travis Johnston jumped straight up into the air, wanting a foul. He's letting the official know, and immediately knows that the last thing you need here is a technical, and just doing it. And I think for an official here, unless it is something completely out of the ordinary, you don't tee up anybody in this. This is a game that it's a 4-point game. There's a lot of energy in the building. You just let these two teams go. Divine in the near side, unless something egregious happens, and in that case, 100% on either side. Divine drives down the left side, kicks it to the near corner. Vincent, 3, up, good. Cole Vincent, their best 3-point shooter, makes it a 1-point game, his first 3 of the game. Sharp breaks the timeline at the logo and gives it out front to Childress. 1:54 to play. It is Grayson County 48, Muhlenberg County 47. Childress off on the left wing, being chased into that corner by Nash Devine. Childress splits defenders, kicks it into the corner to Blanton, and Blanton smartly holds up, but he loses the dribble, and it's stolen away by Carver. Carver, an outlet pass to Rose. Rose down the right side. The shot's good. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Keegan Sharp picks up the foul. It's his second, team's 10th. Rose will try to convert on the N1. Muhlenberg County has taken the lead regardless. This will be to make it a 2-point lead. He takes a deep breath, lets it fly, it's good. After Grayson County went on a 16-2 run, Muhlenberg County has answered with an 8-0 run on their own. And it is 50-48 Mustangs, 1:30 to play in tonight's game. McCready bumped at half court, and a good call by the official. Kyle Eads didn't like it, but Chandler McCready will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Asher Carver, his second. 2 free throws will come for Chandler McCready. And I guess, I seemingly say this at the end of every game. You have to make your free throws. Free throws win games, especially against good teams. And Chandler will go to the free throw line. He stares down the rim and makes that one. It's just that simple. You can't miss free throws. Horn will check in with those 4 fouls. Childress will check out. It's a 1-point game right now. This free throw would come to tie. With 1:25 to play, McCready does just that. 50-50. Grayson County and Muhlenberg County all tied up here with 1 minute and 24 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. The last time these two teams played in the Cougar Den, Muhlenberg County won 47-45 after making a shot as time expired. We could be in for a similar ending here tonight with 1:10 to play in this game. We're all tied up at 50. Nash Devine with the basketball, and Muhlenberg might hold for the final shot here, as there's no shot clock, obviously, and they've been known to do that if they want to. And will Kyle Leeds decide that's the way he wants to go? Devine drives in, flip shot off the right side is good. Devine said, no thanks, I'll take it myself. And now Grayson County throws the ball away on the inbounds. Muhlenberg gets the basketball back. It's 52-50, 45 seconds to play in this game. In the middle, it is Devine, a handoff to Vincent. Vincent is going to be fouled by Horn. And Nash Devine wanted an intentional foul, and for Horn, he'll foul out of this game. That'll be his 5th. He'll foul out with 2 points. And it's going to be Cole Vincent that will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's a 57% free throw shooter. And tonight he's 1 of 4. So again, it is 52-50. 37.7 seconds on the clock. Braden Childress in for Horn, letting Vincent think about it. He will shoot 2. The free throw, first one for Vincent, is no good. Good foul by Horn there. He fouled out of the game. Not exactly what Travis Johnston wanted, but you put the man that's the worst free throw shooter on the team on the floor, and that's what you need to do. Second free throw, good by Vincent. It's still a 3-point game. 53-50, 36 seconds and counting. Muhlenberg on top of Grayson. Again, you don't need a 3 here. You can get a 2. There's still a ton of time to play in this game. Under 30 seconds. Sharp over to the right wing. He's being chased by McCoy. It's knocked out of bounds by Muhlenberg County. So McCoy knocked that one out right in front of the Grayson County bench. 25.5 seconds on the clock. Grayson County has the basketball. They trail by 3. McCrady's got to get it in. Timeout taken by Travis Johnston. 25.5 seconds on the clock. It is 53-50. It's a 30-second timeout by Travis Johnston. I believe that is his final timeout. It is a 3-point game. Muhlenberg County leads Grayson County. The Cougars led 48-42. Since that point, it's been an 11-2 Muhlenberg County run to answer the Grayson County 18-2 run. Basketball is a game of runs, but the biggest key is ending a run. And Grayson County's got to find a way to do it here. You've got 25.5 seconds on the clock. You've got enough time to give the ball to, for example, Chandler McCrady to drive in, get a basket, try and get an and 1. And you don't need 3 here. Blanton will pass in. And he's got to get it into somebody. Throws it into Toms off the right side, and it's knocked out of bounds by McCoy. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball. 23.9 seconds to play in tonight's game, 53-50. The inbound defense has been outstanding for Muhlenberg in this. Sharp's got to get it in. Into Blanton, it's knocked out of bounds again by Muhlenberg County. 23 seconds on the clock. 53-50. It is Sharp again to pass in for Grayson, and he throws it out to Blanton, who runs it down on the left wing. 20 seconds and counting to play in tonight's game. Grayson trails by 3. Off to Sharp on the left wing. Sharp sets it up straight away. Grayson's got to get something going unless they want to try a 3. Sharp inside to Toms. It's rejected. Back out with 9 seconds. 3 by McCrady from the near side. Good! Chandler McCrady ties the game. Devine bobbles it. 3 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds. Devine from half court. Timeout. They're going to grant a timeout to Muhlenberg County with 0.8 seconds on the clock. 53-53. Chandler McCrady hit a 3. Muhlenberg gets a timeout with 0.8 seconds on the clock. Travis Johnston not happy that they granted that timeout. And I'm not sure that I necessarily disagree with it. So there's 0.8 seconds on the clock. What do you do here if you're Muhlenberg County? You almost have to throw one. I mean, you don't have a time for a dribble. It's a catch and shoot. The last thing you want if you're Grayson County is to foul. And in a lot of ways, you almost just go stand in the corner because Muhlenberg has to do catch and shoot and so on. This is a big moment in this game. Again, 0.8 seconds on the clock. The possession arrow is in favor of Grayson County. As we will have, I'm not sure, it seems like they might be putting more time on the clock as we're right now looking down at the scoreboard operator. Is depending on how much time they put on the clock will mean a lot. I don't know that they should have granted the timeout as Devine's half-court shot at the buzzer was no good. So again, Grayson County on the floor, Sharp, Childress, McCrady, Blanton, and Toms. You've got Vincent, Carver. 1.2 is on the clock. It'll be Isaac Rose to pass in. 53-53. Hunter Toms will guard the inbounds pass. They don't take Rick Pitino's advice, and they will guard the inbounds. Isaac Rose will pass in. Again, this is almost identical to where Muhlenberg beat the Cougars 2 years ago. Whistle blown, and here we come. Isaac Rose to pass in with 1.2 on the clock. They throw it into the far side, and shot at the buzzer to win is good. Cole Vincent hits a 3 at the buzzer, and Muhlenberg County wins the game by a final score of 56-53. He got the shot off on the right wing, and Grayson County had a heck of a chance to win the game, and the Mustangs win this one again by a final score of 56-53. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105.
Oh, that's that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Grayson County loses at the buzzer to Muhlenberg County by a final score of 56-53. Cole Vincent is the hero for the Mustangs on the far side of the floor, and yeah, there's just no other way to put it. That's a tough way to lose a basketball game, and after having a chance to win against Hancock County on Thursday evening at the buzzer, heartbroken locker room, and I know Coach Johnston mentioned after that game saying how heartbroken his team was. I can't imagine how they're feeling right now. And in a lot of ways, what do you tell your team after something like that? They fought, I mean, they played their rear ends off tonight. Had the 18-2 run. I mean, I would have to imagine that he has to be extremely proud of his team and how they played here today. Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 56-53. Huge shout out to Chandler McCready. He hit the three in the corner to tie the game, and we can make the decision whether there should have been a timeout granted or not. Again, I have noise-canceling headphones on, so I couldn't hear a timeout called. The officials right there on top of it. They discussed how much time to put on the clock. When the clock was originally stopped, there was 0.8 on the clock. When they came back and they decided to add to 1.2 seconds on the clock, and that allowed, and that pretty much gave him, Cole Vincent, the time to take the ball and throw up a shot, as he kind of bobbled it just ever so slightly. And if it was 0.8 seconds on the clock, I don't think Muhlenberg County gets that shot off, and I think we are headed to overtime right now. But that's how it works, and Muhlenberg County wins this one by a final score of 56-53. to 53. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we're going to get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston. We will run down some scores from around the region and the scores from this game, as this is this is Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
That's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Tough night tonight for Grayson County as they fall to 9-7 after Muhlenberg County's Cole Vincent hits a 3 at the buzzer to defeat the Cougars by a final score of 56-53. This is just, there's just really no other way to put it. That is a tough loss. Earlier today, the Lady Cougars lost to Webster County by a final score of 54-23. Try to run down some other scores from around the region. Boys basketball, our good friends down in Graves County, they are on top of Mayfield 32-23. That score is at the half. Final score in boys basketball, Owensboro on top of Davis County 64-51. Final score in girls basketball, a big upset today. Boyd County defeating Anderson County. Anderson was the number one team in the state, and they beat them 51-47. Apparently Anderson County, that was their second game of the day. Final score at the end of the third quarter in girls basketball, Wayne County on top of Bowling Green 56-42. And that seems like final score North Hardin boys basketball, North Hardin defeating Central Hardin by a final score of 61-59. Other winners today, Ohio County won over Webster County in boys basketball. Other finals include the Butler County. They lost to Greenwood girls, they lost to someone as well. I can't even remember, but we're going to talk to Coach Johnston after this. This is K105.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Cougars are losers tonight against Muhlenberg County by a final score of 56-53. We're joined now by the coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. And coach, you told me on Thursday night that your locker room was heartbroken. I have to imagine if they were heartbroken then, they got to be pretty heartbroken tonight again.
Well, what we explained to them after the game was just simply, that's the number one team in the region. I mean, they solidified themselves as that last night, beating Owensboro Catholic by 14 points at Owensboro Catholic, and that's the best team in the region. And we come out and we're ready to go against the really good teams, and we're not as ready to go against some teams that maybe aren't as good or not as good as Muhlenberg, obviously. And we have to have that same mindset because we take that personal. We like challenges. Our guys like challenges, and we took it personal, and we were able to take them down all the way to the last shot. But if we do that against every team we play from here on out and have that mindset and that fire under us going into the game, then we're going to win a lot down the stretch.
Chandler tonight, career high 22 points. He hits the dagger in the corner, the three that possibly could have forced overtime.
Yeah.
You got to be really proud of him, how he fought tonight. He seemed like he was rebounded on the inside too. He hit you some. I mean, he went 8 of 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Big free throws down the stretch. He was big tonight.
He's just one guy that we have that can take it and rip through and attack off the bounce. And they put so much attention on Keegan, making sure he didn't get a lot of stuff that they had to put, and River as well, that they had to put somebody that was honestly kind of a mismatch for Chandler, and he was able to exploit that and attack it. And then obviously he made that huge three off a bad breakdown in the corner, and what we thought would cause overtime until they added some seconds on the clock for some reason. But no, he played great, and obviously they're all, him especially, is pretty down just because we didn't get the win, but you can't be. He gave it all he had, just like everybody else, and we got to move on from that and learn.
What can you tell your team after this? Because, I mean, I'm sure you're heartbroken too. You know how this feels to lose like that. I'm sure you've probably played a couple of games like that where you left everything you had on the floor to only lose against a really good team like that. What can you even say?
Well, it's just you lost again, and of course there's different ways you can look at it. And this, I told them that you can't. We're not looking at this as we lost at home. We're not looking at this as we've lost 4 in a row. We're not looking at this as we're in some kind of slump, because the 4 teams we played are pretty daggone good teams. We play LaRue County on the road. After one day, we play at McLean, who's top 4 or 5 in the region, with one of the best players, and maybe the best player in the region, at their place. And then we go down to Hancock on senior night and just have a really bad half is what happened there. And then you come here, so you can't look at it as, and you play the number 1 team, you can't look at it as we've had 4 losses, we're in a slump. We take it as if you can. They didn't like it. They got up by 10 points in the third quarter, and they were pushing and shoving around, and we took it right back at them. And they didn't like it very much, and we were able to get back in the game. And if we take it to teams like that from the get-go, then and we need to start it on Monday at Bullitt Central, then again we're going to be pretty hard to beat down the stretch. We just got to shore up some late game situation stuff. There's just 1 or 2 things that's happening late in the game that's causing us to I guess to lose. And we had a couple tonight. We threw the ball inbounds, and we turned it over. And here we got a turnover and an and one on that. And and we're still young. We're still young. These guys have only played, everybody we have has only played, this is their second year. Didn't have many close games last year to have experience on. So we just have to take it and learn from it, and we got to move on, and it starts on Monday.
Is there something now that you've had 3 straight games where you've had where it's been a game, I mean, obviously an overtime loss, and then Hancock in this one, I mean, Hancock, you had the chance to win at the buzzer. Is there something mentally, you had the game against Bullitt East where you had the chance to win, is there something mentally that your team will have to get past and thinking, there's 30 seconds left, we've seen how this story's gone a couple of times, or do you not even think your team will think that way?
I don't think so. And you know what, to be completely honest with you, I think the big thing, especially the last 3 games, is not having Dylan on the court. And we got to get him to stay out of foul trouble. And he plays so hard and so aggressive, and he tries to be active that he's going to pick up some fouls, but he's still picking up 2 just kind of dumb fouls, you know. And we got to get him out of that because he's so important to us. He's our best talker. He's probably our best leader, our best vocal leader. He's our smartest player, and that's what you need down the stretch. I mean, he's the guy that takes the ball out of bounds for us most of the time. And you saw what happened when that didn't. And it's just we got to get him to stay in the game because we need him late.
Coming up, 4 games remaining in the regular, at least as of this second. You never know if adding, picking up, losing. Next week, you got 2 road games. Breck team that you beat earlier in the season. I know that they're obviously improving. Bullitt Central on Monday. I know that, like I was talking with Coach Hill before his game today, it's kind of like a Webster County where there's not a lot that you know about the team as far as your team. Your team probably has no thoughts about, I think they're the Cougars as well. That's probably the only thing I know about them. What do you know? Do you know anything about them? But what do you want to see from your team to bounce back from 3 really tough losses over this last week?
We just can't feel sorry for ourselves. We can't feel sorry for ourselves because they're a good team. It's on the road, 6th region. That team won at Meade County on a last-second shot. They have 2 really good players that can score pretty well. And we just can't look – again, we just can't look at this as, oh, poor us, we've lost 4 in a row. We have to have some keep the fight that we have in us. We said in the locker room, this is the team. This team plays harder than any team. There's no doubt in my mind, other than probably the first half of Hancock County, and they probably didn't not play hard. Just played really bad. But that's one thing we know from the get-go is they're gonna play hard, and we just got to be ready to go. It's another road game. We're not very good on the road right now. Short turnaround. Got to practice tomorrow. Got to get some rest because we had probably 4 guys play over 28 minutes, and I know River and Keegan didn't come out. So we got to rest up tomorrow and then have our minds right to be ready to go on Monday.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Looks like he's ready to get some shots up down there.
Oh, he's always ready. She's probably ready too.
Oh, yeah, she's chasing the ball right now. So if you want, you can go enjoy them, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thanks.
That's head coach Travis Johnston. We'll have more here coming up after this.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Muhlenberg, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Tough night tonight here for Grayson County as they fall to Muhlenberg County by a final score of 56-53. The buzzer beater as the Mustangs win this one. Cole Vincent is the hero for them, hitting the shot at the buzzer to win this one again by that final score of 56-53. As we'll try to run down the scoring from this game as the Mustangs again pick up that win tonight. As trying to count it up the final bit here for Muhlenberg County, Nash Devine led the way. He finished with 16 points. Cole Vincent, the hero, finished with 14 points, 10 points for Isaac Rose, 7 for Asher Carver, 6 for Braden Lovin, and 2 for Donovan McCoy. For Grayson County, Chandler McCready finishes with a career-high 22 points. He hit the dagger 3 in the corner that should have been maybe the one that forced overtime. And we can talk whether there should have been more time put on the clock, less time put on the clock, but alas, there was time put on the clock. Keegan Sharp finishes with 15 points, 10 points for Ruber Blanton, 2 each for Hunter Toms, Dylan Horn, for Braden Childress. That wraps up our coverage here tonight. Another weird doubleheader that we had. Lady Cougars fell in Game 1 by a final score of 54-23 to Webster County, and the Cougar boys lose a heartbreaker 56-53. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their work all day today. Cody Brock running camera in Game 2. Game 1, camera operator was Briley Napier. And doing double duty, your director for both games, being in 2 places at once, was Briley Napier as well. No, Chase Blaine was the man as well. As I made a mistake, and when Briley was our director a couple of weeks ago, I accidentally said that the director was Chase Blaine for that one, so I almost have to make that this one's Briley Napier, so then we're even when we catch up and look back if you're keeping score at home. That wraps up our coverage, though, tonight. Thanks to them. Thanks to you for watching. So on a night where the Cougar boys lose a heartbreaker, 56-53, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.